Hey guys, welcome back to another comic book review here on Toned In Entertainment. I've been having a lot of fun reading all the entries into the death metal universe. And I feel that no matter if it's a one-shot or the main story, it's been either really good or excellent. And for some reason, as I walked out of my comic book store today, I had a premonition where I thought to myself, how there really hasn't been a stinker entry into the death metal series. Well, I'm gonna get right to the point here. Meet the stinker one-shot issue with DC Dark Knight's Death Metal, The Multiverse, Who Laughs? Now, I get where they wanted to go with this issue, as it opens up with the Robin King greeting the reader to sit down around a fire with the groblins as he tells him the nightmares of some of the 52 Earths and the horrors that they are enduring. One of the stories is called Feeding the Beast and will revolve around criminal Victor Zsasz. Now, Zsasz is stuck dealing with some of his issues inside Arkham Asylum as he goes through group and art therapy. But when he demands that he receives the gift of deathless flesh and living metal, well, he's gonna find out how ruthless the powers that be are at Arkham Asylum that he's dealing with. The next story in this issue is called The Super Threats, where these super pets are the last line of defense. And while I do enjoy the art in this story by Chad Hardin and the colors by Enrica Aaron Angioloni, the story written by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti, while there was a witty moment or two, unfortunately the bulk of this story is all bark and no bite. The next story is called Hard Traveled, and in this short story, there's going to be beef going on between the Green Lantern and Green Arrow, where Green Lantern is accusing Arrow of treason. But Green Arrow is telling Green Lantern that he's not seeing the entire picture, as Arrow tries to plead with Green Lantern that the Guardians have been corrupting his mind with the ring. But neither of these two will compromise on their stance, and just as they're ready to battle it out, well, the story ends. The final story in this issue is called The Fear Index, where we get to see John Henry Irons, aka Steel, out patrolling while Fear, at level 8, has infected the night. During this short story, he will rescue a young man named Jean-Paul Valley, and that's pretty much it. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this one shot of Dark Knight's Death Metal, The Multiverse Who Laughs, a 3 out of 10. The setup with the Robin King off the top had potential, but this issue ends up falling flat on its face. At a $5.99 price point, even if you're loving the death metal series, this issue is completely skippable. The only saving grace to this issue was the artwork throughout is pretty solid, and I did like the Charlie Brown reference in the Feeding the Beast story. Now that's gonna do it for this comic book review. My goal is always to try and find fun and interesting comics and share my enjoyment of them. But when I come across a cheap cash grab like this issue, if I can help any of you out there save money, hopefully I've done some good. Now it looks like we have a week off in the death metal universe next week, with the series set to pick up on December 8th with yet another one-shot comic in The Last Stories of the DC Universe. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of redemption after The Multiverse Who Laughs. Alright guys, if you like comic book reviews like this, make sure you subscribe here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.